Hi guys. So I went up to the school and I took a couple of our anchor charts and brought them home with me so that we could do a little bit of review. I'm gonna get my little handy pointer. And just in case you don't remember, we're gonna go over our multiplication chart and the 4 different ways that you can do multiplication. You should know each of the ways, but whenever you see a multiplication problem, say on a test or something like that, you can use whichever one you're more comfortable with. So let's start with arrays. Arrays are rows with equal amounts in each column. So we've talked about how rows go from side to side. We've talked about how columns are the up and down. And so in all of these problems, what we're representing is 3 times 4. We have 3 rows, and each of the rows has 4 smiley faces. So 3 times 4, when we count them all up, we get 12. In a future video, we're going to talk about division and how division is kind of breaking them back down from what we did with multiplication. But we'll talk about that later. Another way that we can represent multiplication, or this problem 3 times 4, is 3 groups with 4 in each. So I don't know if you remember, but on the side of each one here, we also have the way that you can look at the problem. 3 times 4 equals 12 would be 3 rows of 4 equals 12 when you count them all up. Equal groups, we can either make 3 groups and each group have 4 in it, or we can make 4 groups and each group have 3 in it. And it doesn't really matter what you put in the groups. You can put apples or circles or sticks or whatever you like. So, but here we have 3 groups of 4, and that's written sideways. 3 groups of 4. 3 groups with 4 in each. So this is another way. This might be the way that you like to represent multiplication. But like I said, it's just whichever one you're more comfortable with. Then we have repeated addition, and basically what we're doing here, in the small writing on the side, it says 3 repeated 4 times. So we have, well, actually that should say 4 repeated 3 times, but because that's what we have, 4 plus 4 plus 4. 1, 2, 3 4s added together. And so repeated addition is another way you can represent multiplication. I know that a lot of students think that this one is the easiest. So 3 times 4 is 12, and we're just adding 4 3 times. Okay, and then the last way, I think when we voted on this, we had a few kids that liked this way, but not a whole lot. Anyways, we still should know it. So number line, and this is 3 hops of 4. You guys remember before when I drew the bunny and all that fun stuff? And right here it says 1 hop of 4 equals 4. So every time we hop once, we're jumping 4 units on the number line. So 2 hops of 4 would equal 8. So 1 hop would equal 4, 2 hop would equal 8, and 3 hops would equal 12. Okay, it could be because you're hopping an equal amount each time, and that amount is 4. So basically we're just counting by 4. So if you know how to count by 4s, then you're in pretty good shape here. So the small writing over here says 3 hops of 4. Each one of these, this is just the way that we think of the problem. 3 hops of 4, 3 repeated 4 times, or actually that was 4 repeated 3 times. 3 groups of 4, or 3 rows of 4. This is something I know that we've already gone over, but it's a quick little review just in case you were struggling with any multiplication or you were scratching your head trying to remember what we did to solve these problems. So I hope you'll use this, and then I also sent your parents an email with a whole lot of our anchor charts in the email, so you can always check it out there too. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.